Men of Reddit. What's the hardest thing to explain to women? Sometimes I'm not in an emotional or mental state to be ready for the bedroom. I need romance to get me there sometimes too. When you ask me how my day was, or what I did today, nothing in my day usually stands out as special. So I just don't remember. I usually don't remember what I do. I just live. It's okay to just tell me where you want to eat. I'm seriously not checking you out every time you walk by in the office. I turn my head for damn near everything that enters my periphery. You're really not that special. The concept of post-nut clarity and the related power your boner has over you. Men. Am I alone in knowing that you don't? Shouldn't text any woman if you're horny. Jerking off. When we say we need time or space, that's exactly what we need. It's not code for you need to try harder. We appreciate women making the first move. Sometimes I'm just horny. But, in a committed relationship, sometimes I look at you, and I'm just so in love that I want to be as close and intimate with you as I can. Which is X. My ex and I had different love languages. And she would worry that I don't love her as much as she loves me, which was just crazy, because I was head over heels for her at all times. Trying to explain that really close love ex was one of the ways I showed her exactly how deeply I was in love with her, but she didn't get it. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. That sometimes we need personal space, and it has nothing to do with our opinion of you. This will probably get lost amongst all the comments. I think it is hard to explain to my wife how much I love her and the kids. I feel like words are not enough, and I work a lot, but I wish my feelings could just be transferred so she understands. Why I don't know what the duck my best friend is up to in life, even after hanging out with him all day. The specifics of not code. It's easy to say up, if you know them. Down if you don't, but the exact meaning of the downward nod is hard to translate. It's seeing them, acknowledging them, and saying that neither of us have any issue with each other. Sometimes an erection just happens. We don't control the thing. It's a physical response that could literally be from nothing. When we say we don't care, we really don't care. Yes, we can have an opinion on something. But when we say we don't care, that means our opinion isn't strong enough to sway us either way on something. How much compliments mean to us. It's a different type of happy when a guy gets complimented. Very often, we say something at its face value with no double meaning or alternative meaning behind it. It's women who ask me, "What did you mean when you said that?" I said, asked exactly what I meant. If wanted to state it differently, I would have done so. Sometimes. This is me personally, so I can't say it's common. The struggle not to share emotions isn't as much the worry of backlash from society or friends, or etc. It's more just a conflict within ourselves to verbalize and come out with it. I trust my friends with respecting how I feel. I just can't get it out, because I'm fighting myself. Edit. I'm glad this has helped some people focus a general feeling into a somewhat coherent thought. I hope someday we all can climb out of this better people. 1. That I'm simply not clairvoyant. You need to tell me what it is you really want. 2. If you're disappointed in something, say so. I can take it. As long as it's not 1. That the reason I shake the gas pump the amount of time I do after I finish pumping gas is the same reason I shake my stick after I pee. That just because I'm quiet in your presence doesn't mean I'm upset. Just means I'm either tired, don't have anything to say, or I'm thinking about something. P at an angle. I really want to see if we'll get along well enough to date, but I'm horrible at maintaining a conversation without being too safe or too out there. Edit. Award speech edit type beat. Sometimes we could use a hug. As much as we're seen as ex-crazed pigs, we talk so little about women when we get together for drinks or something like that. And when we do, the topic doesn't last long. Literally can't even remember when was the last time me and my best bud talked about women. But we're both single too. Just usually talking about our old friends from school and what they're doing. Cars. Our jobs. Sport. Or politics occasionally. That emotional state of meh. You're not great. You're not terrible. Just meh. Nothing is really wrong. You're just not really feeling it. For some reason. Some folks interpret this as pissed off. They then continue to ask why are you so mad? Despite you answering against this. They keep doing asking until you actually get annoyed and angry. We are still a human, so that's mean we have feelings too, so please take care when choosing your words when you're arguing with us. I have to constantly explain to my wife why my 2-year-old son is obsessed with his penis. I have to explain why he always wants to touch it and grab it when his diaper is off. She will never understand why our baby and his father share this habit. Edit. It seems I should have worded this a little differently. That just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't care. I've had women talk to me about guys losing their hair. He's a guy, so he doesn't care. I know a lot of guys who hate being bald, or the fact that they are balding and their hair is thinning and hairline is receding. This idea that we don't care or don't care about our looks because we are a guy is ridiculous. That men can sit for hours talking and talk about nothing. Too clean for the hamper. Too dirty for the drawer. That's why I put my cargo shorts on the floor. Reddit. Wow. This blew up overnight. Thank you, Anon, for my first silver. Why we bottle our emotions up. We'd love to be able to share what is really on our minds. Excellent non. Excellent every topic and viewpoint under the sun. Except we are afraid of the relationship consequences. A lot of us aren't great at picking up hints. Edit. Thanks for the silver. An itch on my stick is way worse than an itch anywhere else. No. You do not have superpowers that give you the ability to read my mind. Hearing you think makes my skin crawl. You can be so hot we get erectile dysfunction temporarily. Usually performance anxiety, but I've had it happen where a girl dropped her clothes, and she was so hot I got nervous and couldn't perform. It sounds like us making you feel better. It's not. You can pop a boner without being aroused. You can get a boner, even when you are nervous. Most of us don't get complimented, so if you do give us one we'll remember it forever. That we don't know every detail about everyone else in my life. When I mention I hung out with someone, my mom will ask what their wife does for a living, and can't understand that it didn't come up in conversation. Just because I'm attracted to you doesn't mean I want to have sex with you. The fact that we can ride in a car with another man for 5 hours and not say a word drives my wife crazy. Why I have peed in my backyard are surprisingly high. Her words. Number of times. Don't pee next to someone at the urinals. Always have a space between you and them. My legs aren't spread to show dominance. They are spread because my scrotum is sticking to my thigh, and it's super uncomfortable, but less uncomfortable than explaining this in public. From a gay dude's perspective, probably explaining that my sexuality doesn't mean I'm an expert on women's beauty stuff. I'll go shopping with you and give you my opinion on outfits. But I'm not some Paris fashion wizard, because I get naked with other men. Speaking of which, I can do drag macup. No. Signed D. That does not mean I'll do your macup. Why? It's drag macup. You will look like a clown ducked a real housewife. Is that what you want? Signed D. It's not that we are hiding things or we don't want to talk to you. But we actually are just thinking of nothing in particular sometimes. Edit. Holy hell, this is the longest conversation advocating for and against nothing I've ever read. Edit. My first gold. I think. Thanks. For nothing. Bro culture. Women just have different relationships with their friends than men do. And it's hard to describe in rational terms how men's friendships work. We harass each other and are usually obnoxious, but would also break our backs for our brothers that we tease relentlessly. When you ask us what we are thinking about, and we say nothing, it's because we know you don't want to hear about ninja space dinosaurs. We spread our legs, so we don't crush our balls. I wouldn't know. I'm single as duck. If I don't jerk off, I can't think straight. I'll end up doing something stupid like invade Poland, start a mega church, or buy a timeshare. Precisely how much a small tap to the nuts hurts. Women have giving birth on the top of the pain threshold. And I'm not taking anything away from that. But too many women don't seem to understand just how sensitive those bits are. When asked what are you thinking about? And we respond with nothing. We are literally thinking of nothing. Why our pride keeps us from doing certain things. Asking for directions or help are the common examples, but also not coming off as high maintenance or cheap. Things like not sending food back, not using small coupons, and being sheepish with large coupons. We don't know why either, but it tends to go away in our 30s and 40s. Also health issue denial. I figured I had lung cancer for years before I found out what heartburn is. It never occurred to me to see a doctor or tell anyone. We are living an illusion and faking it until we make it, I guess.